you have the question of how to transfer domain, and I have the answer. Let's not waste time and get into the meat of the solution. Hey, I'm Danis from Cybernews, and in general, domain transfer from one provider to another is a fairly straightforward task. However, there are a few points where a lot of people can get confused or overwhelmed. In this domain transfer tutorial, let's look at moving domains in general, and then I'll show you an example. Oh, and I'll be using Hostinger as my go-to hosting provider, so if you still haven't got a Hostinger plan, use the discount down below to get the most affordable price. Some things you should know before transferring. Unlocking domain name. Some registrars and domain providers offer a feature to lock your domain so that no transfer can be done. This is mostly done for security reasons. Getting the transfer code from the registrar. For security reasons and to make sure you're actually the one doing the transfer, the original registrar sends you a code. Think of it as a two-factor authentication for your domain. Eligible for the transfer. By ICANN, the governing body for domain names and rules, your domain name has to be with the current provider for at least 60 days or basically 2 months. Sadly, there's basically nothing you can do to negate this. Good contact information. Look, one thing that I always try to reiterate when talking about domain name registration, make sure you register with your actual information and try to keep it updated. While not always, but having old personal information can cause delays or problems in the transfer process. Oh, and the last one, and this is probably the most obvious point, your domain name should not expire during the transfer process. It can take a few days for all the information to reach the right places, so just be sure to plan ahead. If you're still looking for a hosting provider where to move your domain, I'll leave some of my best deals for recommendations down below. So the general steps for how to transfer domain name to new host or registrar should be these. Go to your original domain provider and make sure the domain is unlocked. In the same cases, you might need to contact support for this. Go to your new provider and indicate transfer. Some providers can transfer domain names for free, but most will ask you for a single payment, so pay any fees you need. Enter the authorization code that you get, usually by email, from the original domain provider. Double check that your name servers are correct. If you're fully transferring a domain somewhere, you can usually automatically update DNS to the current provider setup. And give time. No, really, domain information always needs time to spread through the web. So have a cup of tea and chillax. To give you a real-life example, I'm going to show you how to transfer domain to Hostinger from GoDaddy. So I log into GoDaddy's dashboard and go to Domain Manager. Then I click the domain name I want to transfer and scroll down till I find the Transfer tab. Here, I make sure that the domain is not locked and click Transfer to another registrar. Then I'll go through this handy checklist and start the GoDaddy domain transfer. Next, I copy the code from this link that GoDaddy gave me and log into Hostinger. Here, I go to the Hostinger domain panel. Initiate the transfer domain to Hostinger option, add my domain name, pay the relatively small fees, and then enter the authorization code. The last thing I do is select to use Hostinger's name servers and check whether GoDaddy sends me any confirmation email. Now, all I have to do is wait. And that's basically it for how to transfer a domain from GoDaddy. I will give some credit to Hostinger. The whole transferring process was pretty much smooth and easy. The steps that Hostinger provides help you stay on track, and well, honestly, if you have any problems transferring, just contact support. The help might not be instant, sure, but Hostinger's support always solves my problems without wasting my time. One thing to note though about any domain action you take, whether it be pointing it to another provider or transferring it, it always needs time to apply. So, After all the steps are completed, relax. Like I mentioned earlier, just have a cup of tea or coffee and wait a bit. Domain names always find a way. If this video helped you out, drop a like on it and subscribe to the Cybernews YouTube channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for sticking to the very end of this video. You can always find more of my videos on the screen, and if you have any questions or requests, leave a comment down below and let's have a chat. Anyway, I hope this video helped you out, and I'll see you all later.